Alright, so I had a little late run-in for this week's price guide, so we'll get right into it. And we have a special Christmas list coming out shortly after this, so stay tuned for that. With that, let's get into the most expensive cards in standard. This is the last price guide for the year, so without further ado, let's start with Prismatic Evolutions. Obviously, number one is our Umbreon EXSIR, also known as Moonbreon, sitting at $1,030 market, an average listed price at $1,069. Nice, and 99 cents. Pretty good. Then we have, of course, our Sylveon or Sliveon, market price $323, and the average listed as market, of course, and the average listed price of $339. Then we're moving on to our Leafeon EX, market price $258, and average listed price of $289. So again, pretty still price point, and a lot of cards had drops and that kind of thing. Some of these remaining constant enough. Next, we have our Espeon EX, market price $199.64. We round that out to $200, and average listed price of $220. Still good. Let's going. We have our Glaceon sitting at $192 market, and average listed price of $200. And right below that, we have Vaporeon sitting at $191 market, average listed price of $193. And on 7th on our list is our Roaring Moon EX. Has dropped a bit more, but he's still retaining a good price. Market price $173, average listed price of $181. So pretty good. Then we're going down to our Flareon EX, sitting at $160 market, an average listed price of $167, $2 short of a nice price. We have Jolteon sitting at $150 market price, an average listed price of $162. So still decent haul. And finally, from Prismatic Evolutions, we have Eevee at $110 market, on the average listed price of $115. So that's pretty good. We're actually doing all the sets that came out this year, going all the way back in this video. So it's a bit longer than usual, but let's keep it rolling with our Mega Evolution Phantasmal Flames as our second set. So let's start at the top again. We have the SIR Mega Charizard XEX, sitting at market price $451, with an average listed price of $590. Pretty good. We have the Hyper Rare Gold Charizard, sitting at $349.69. Again, nice. And an average listed price of $406. That's a bit of a drop from where it was, because previously I believe the Hyper Rare was on top. You guys go back in the video and check on that. Next we have Dawn, sitting at, wow, that's a steep drop in all these prices. Everything else is sub $50 besides the Charizard and Phantasmal Flames. That's abysmal. That's a huge crash. Market price $40, average listed price $45. Then we're going down to, I believe it's the Full Art Mega Charizard XEX, market price $34, average listed price of $41. Then we have Mega Sharpedo, of course. Mega Sharpedo EX is $33 market, and the average listed price is $39. And finally, we have the Mega Lopunny with market price $227.74, and average listed price of $32.58. Damn, I didn't realize Phantasmal Flames crater this badly. But it's for Christmas, so it's an opportunity. Let's move on to the next set, which would be our Black Bolt. So, number one in the Black Bolt set, which is a little shift, was previously Victini at number one. Now we have Zekrom, the Black Zekrom, which is amazing, and sitting here at $499 and $14 market, average listed price of $430, which is good, meaning the listed price is actually lower than the market price, meaning people trying to sell these out. That's pretty good. Next, we have the Red Bikini from the Black Bolt. Market price $412, average listed price of $420. That $420 just smoke up, and I am wrong. That's $426. Sorry. We ain't smoke anything. We don't smoke on this channel. Next, we have the SIR Zekrom, I believe, EX. Market price $220 with the average listed price of $230. Pretty good. Next, we have this Seismitoad, which has been hot and cold, down to $148 market, an average listed price of $159, down from a high of over $200 earlier in the year. We close it up with our Kyrem EX, sitting here at $69.95. That's what I'm talking about. An average listed price of $74.99, $75. And finally, from this set, we have Ends Plan, which has backed down to that $65.57 market price, with an average listed price of $75, which was the high in the market price previously. So that's pretty nice. That's really, really nice. And let's move on to our Destined Rivals. Had its buyout about a month ago at this point. So we are trying to see how it's looking. How is it cooking? Good looking. And we move on to Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX with this Arturo Giovanni at market price $402 with an average listed price of $459, 10 short. We all work with that. Next, just Cynthia's Garchomp EX, which is sitting at market $172 with an average listed price of $236. Then at number 3, we have Ethan's Ho-EX, market price $166, average listed price of $183. Go to number 4, which is Team Rocket's Moltres EX, market price $123 with an average listed price of $126.68, just a 10 short on that average price here. So alright, and we're getting down to our 5th card, which is Team Rocket's Nidoking, sitting at market price $96.80, so 97, and average listed price of $106. Not bad. And we're moving on to our final card from Destined Rivals, which is Team Rocket's Crobat EX, market price of $63.54 or 64 at the market, an average listed price of $78. That's a really big spread there between the two. But again, it had a drop recently, and I was waiting for a little bit later in the week to have this video out, so the prices would be settled till the end of the year, because our next price guide will be in 2026. Let's move on to some sets that were discontinued. We have White Flare as our next set. White Flare's most expensive card is the Red Victini found in the White Flare boosters, which is at $407 market with an average listed price of $426. So still pretty solid price. Next, you have the White Reshiram with a market price of $360.89, so $361, and a listed average price of $369. So pretty good. At our number 3, we have the SIR Reshiram EX with a market price of $181. Pretty good. An average listed price of $189. So all that in it. Next, we have Hydreigon EX. This beautiful art with him here with this lightning in the background, sitting at market price $77 and an average listed price of $83. Then we have our number 5, which is the Keldeo EX, market price $57.54, so 58, and an average price of $62. And finally, we have Hilda in this special art here, market price $56 with an average listed price of $65. So still a little spread, but that's it. We have, of course, Mega Evolutions, which is here because I'm going in order of the most valuable card in these sets. So let's see if we get into this quickly here. A lot in this video. We have our Mega Lucario EX Hyper Rare sitting at $339 market with an average listed price of $383. Pretty strong. Big drop, but pretty strong. Like drop by almost 50%. We have our Hyper Rare Gold Mega Gardevoir EX, market price $289, and average listed price of $315. Then on number 3, which is the SIR Mega Gardevoir, with a market price of only $198, again still a sharp drop, and an average listed price of $224. Then we're getting into our Mega Lucario EX, market price $186 and an average listed price of $200. Next we have a Mega Venusaur EX sitting here at $143 market with an average listed price of $500 and what? Sorry, not 500. Whoa, my bad. $156. And finally, we have our last card in this one on number 6, Mega Latias EX, market price $87 and average listed price of $99.99. So let's call it $100. So a lot of drops in this set, and everything below this is under that $100 price point. And finally, we haven't visited this in a while, our Journey Together, which is the least valuable set, meaning it has the least cards of value. You can pull in of all the sets this year. Our most valuable card is Lily's Clefairy, the art here with Lily and her Clefairy, obviously, sitting at market $134 and an average listed price of $142, so pretty meager. Next, we have the Stillman's EX, found here in this Journey Together set, sitting at $69 market, my boy, and average listed price of $75, so pretty solid. Next, we have our Enzoroark EX, and this I believe should be the illustration, for market price $61, average price of $69.99. Of course, all them girls were put on N bad, or get tagged by N and his rock. This is the NI video. If you get this far, you're here to hear it. And next we have Iono and her belly bowl, giving him a little hug up there, a little smushums, with a market price of $41 and average price of $47. Then we have, of course, the Hops Zacian, Terrai back in its day, market price $30.52 or $31, and average price of $37. Oh, sorry, market price of $30.51. So you average that out to 31, and listed average price of $37.61. We call that 38. And finally, we have our Volcanion EX sitting at market price $20. Well, sub $20, $19.13, and an average listed price of just over 20 with $22.04. So, like I said, least valuable set. By the time you reach the 6th most expensive set, everything is already under $20. That gives a good opportunity for buys. But I'm not here for financial advice. We have another video for that. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed. And this has been the last price guide for the year, with the top 6 most expensive cards in every set that came out in standard so far, except Prismatic, because obviously we have those evolution lines that are doing bank. So that's all. See you all soon. Have a great Christmas, and I am out.